What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Flight Simulator once again, where today we're doing a flight from Boston down to DCA, which is Ronald Reagan. And I believe winds are 170 down there, so I believe we're going to be doing the river visual 19 arrival into their or approach via the billet 1. So that it could change on the way in. We're not really We're not really sure, but I already set the airplane up for the flight, so let's get in there and see where we're at. All right, we're here in the airplane now, and we're going to step through the flight plan for us. So let's put this thing over into plan mode, and let's step this thing out a little bit and see if we can follow along. Well, actually, not a little bit. We need to go in. So we're going to be going to that 1520 point off the end of the runway taking off runway 4 left. Then we're going to be going to Sox intersection and then to Buzzard. From Buzzard, we go to Sierra Echo Yankee. So you can see there's Sox and Buzzard. We go to Sierra Echo Yankee. Then we go to Hotel Tango Oscar. And then the Hotel Tango Oscar 15, because we're on the Jetway 174 there, the Juliet 174. So we'll take HTO set 15 there. We got Rifle all the way through to Gedik, to MJ, to Yazoo, to Zizzy. From Zizzy, we go to ATR, which is another VOR, to Laughlin. Then we will begin our descent as we hit Billet. Once we hit the Billet, we'll go to Deal. We'll go to Edgy, we'll go to Thane, we'll go to Megs, and from Nays, we'll make that left turn and head back towards the airport to do the visual 19 approach via the river. So essentially what you do in that situation is we actually are going to fly the river to the runway, as you can see there. So should be a fun flight. I'm looking forward to it. We are going to be using the 160. Jesus, what am I doing? Let's do 20. That's fine. Enough with me. Let's go back up to the top. But no, what I was saying was we're going to be using my new sound pack that I did that has everybody in it. Has Nicole in it. Has Zach in it. Has Bugs. Has my roommate Dave in it. So actually, let's go ahead and return to here. Let's start our first checklist, and we'll be using the co-pilot today just to speed things along. Okay, let's start with the cockpit preparation checklist.
Engine master.
Both are off.
Engine mode selector.
Check. Normal.
Parking brake.
Is off.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
ECAM recall.
Checked.
Anti-skid.
Is on.
Emergency lights.
Checked. Armed.
No smoking signs.
Is on.
Air condition.
Checked.
Ventilation panel.
Checked.
Fuel pumps.
Set. On.
ADIRS.
Checked.
Checklist complete.
All right, so the checklist for the cockpit preparation has finished out. So I think we're going to be pretty much ready to go. Let's just go ahead and close that door, and we can go from there. Why do I always do that when I have these shortcut keys? I always don't know why I do that, but whatever. Return, and we'll go to our aircraft state. Oh, no, that. We'll go to aircraft doors. We'll close the door now, like so. We'll call ground services. They can go ahead and remove the cones. Checklist, please. And the chocks.
Windows and doors.
Closed and locked.
APU.
Set. On.
APU bleed.
Set. On.
External power.
Disconnected and off.
Cabin signs.
Set. On.
Thrust levers.
Idle.
Parking brake.
Set. On.
Baro reference.
3009.
3009. Check. Beacon lights.
Set. On.
Checklist complete.
All right, there we have it. Pretty much gonna be ready to go. We just tell the pushback crew what we want to do. Get it? Pushback crew what we want to do. We're going to flight level 290 today. We'll do 15 initial. Managed. Heading will be managed mode. We don't need that. That's going to be managed. So let's go ahead and just start the straight back push. Flight deck to ground.
Go ahead.
ATC clearance for push and start received, so please confirm ground equipment and surfaces are clear.
Roger. Ground equipment and jetway clear. Doors closed and pin is in position. Ready to go.
Clear to start pushback.
Roger. Please release parking brake.
Parking brake released.
Okay, starting push, and you're all clear on both engines.
Is okay. All right, we're good to push back, and we can go ahead and start engine number 2.
Starting engine 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the entire crew, we would like to welcome you on board.
Engine 2 is stabilized. Now we can start engine 1 now.
Starting number 1.
Engine 1 is stabilized.
Pushback complete. Set brakes,
Parking brake
please.
set.
Okay, tow bar is disconnected. Pin removed. All clear. Signal to the right.
Alrighty, everything's looking good so far. Let's proceed with the after start checklist.
Engine mode selector.
Set.
APU bleed.
Set off.
APU master.
Set off.
Ground spoilers.
Set.
Rudder trim.
Check. 0.
Pitch trim.
Checked.
Flight controls.
Full left. Full right. Neutral. Full up. Full down. Neutral. Rudder. Full left. Full right. Neutral.
Check. Flaps.
Flaps 1.
Anti-ice.
R off.
ECAM status.
Checked.
ECAM door page.
Checked.
Hand signal.
Received.
Checklist complete.
All right, we're pretty good. We're just going to taxi on out of here and get to runway 4 left. And taxi checklist, please.
Nose light.
Set on
Thrust levers.
as required.
Brake check.
We'll do our brake check real
Brake check.
fast. Press the pedal. Check. 0.
Check. Auto brakes.
Auto brakes to max.
Takeoff data.
Review. As reviewed.
FCU.
Checked.
Flight instruments.
Checked.
Check TO config.
Set.
Checklist complete.
All right, checklist is complete. We'll head over to 4 left now. Okay, we'll make it right here on Bravo and take Bravo down. Before takeoff checklist.
Ladies and gentlemen, the
Brake
captain has
temperature.
advised that we
Check.
are clear to
Brake fans.
R off.
Engine mode selector.
Check. Normal.
TCAS.
TA and RA. Tilt above.
Exterior lights.
Set on.
Sliding tables.
Stove.
Stow. Checklist complete.
Alrighty, checklist is complete. We're gonna be taking off pretty soon. Let's just call tower, let them know we're ready to go. Clear for takeoff, 1189. JetBlue, 1189. All right, pretty much ready to go. Chrono's on, and there it goes. Alrighty, let's do this. Okay, let's go. Takeoff.
FMA check. Power set.
Checked.
V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up. Gear is up. Lights off.
Autopilot is on.
Check.
There's our autopilot. Set our cluster thrust. Yep. Thrust goes over the climb. We make our right turn now.
Spoilers.
Disarm.
Flaps.
Checked. Retracted.
Landing gear.
Gear up. Lights off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Packs.
Both on.
Anti-ice.
Are off.
TCAS.
Checked.
Altimeter.
3009.
3009. Check. Checklist complete.
Alrighty. Looking good now. We'll just continue our climb up out of Boston and be on our way to Washington, D.C.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights off. We're going to turn some lights on since it'll be an evening arrival into DCA. Now we head out to Sox intersection. All right, coming on 15,000, so let's continue that on up to 290. Or sorry, 320. That's our flight level today, 320. And we'll be over at Sox, and then we'll make our right turn and head over to Buzzard. Alrighty, we're over Sox intersection now and continuing on to Buzzard. And still climbing towards flight level 320 for our flight this evening. All right, we're at flight level 320, and we're just over Sierra Echo Yankee, or just about there. And then we'll make our small right turn and head down to Hotel Tango Oscar and follow the airway there, the Juliet 174, I believe as it was. Yep, the Juliet 174. And we'll take that down to Zizzy intersection. So about an hour and 12 minutes, I think, is what the flight is today. So not too terribly long, but considerably shorter for you. But I'll just be sitting here monitoring the airplane, and we'll keep you updated on the trip. starting to encounter some clear air turbulence here, so we're going to turn on the seatbelt sign, so tell them they need to sit down because of turbulence.
Captain has turned on the seatbelt. Please fasten your
I zoomed out our map here so you can see the coastline. You see all these little purple little asterisks there with the numbers or with the letters next to them. Those are all airports. Like you can see KPHL, that's Philadelphia Airport, and so on and so forth, all the way down to where we're headed to. JFK is just off to our right. So that's the whole coastline there. And you can see our route takes us over the ocean a bit, and then over Zizzy we make that right turn and head over to Alpha Tango Romeo, which takes us back inland, and then we'll be heading back into heading in towards Washington DC. Alrighty, so we're just now crossing over Alpha Tango Romeo. We're headed to Laughlin intersection, and we'll begin our descent from there. The initial descent on the river visual is going to be 3,000 feet, so we're going to go ahead and just set this thing. We're going to start at 10,000 to begin with. Alrighty, so we crossed over Alpha Tango Romeo, and still experiencing some turbulence. I've had the seatbelt sign on pretty much the whole flight. There's a airplane right there off our nose. Descent preparation check. Barely see him right there. Your descent preparation is on. Once we get to the descent portion, we'll go ahead and proceed. We'll flip our altitude down to 10,000 feet. That way, we'll be ready to go downward. I know the beginning of the river visual starts at 3,000 feet, so that's what we're going to eventually descend down to, and then go from there. So once we hit this descent, we should be on our way down. What's interesting is you can see how long this video has been right now, but if you look over here, that's the chronometer there. Sorry, chronometer, whatever you want to say. And you can see we hit that when we took the runway in Boston. So we've been in the air for 49 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. So you can see the difference in editing what I do, but I sit here for that long. And that's another reason why these videos take the longest to produce. To do an entire flight, well, I can't just speed up time and do it. The simulator sometimes becomes quite unstable when you do things like that. So I just keep it going like it is. But I do sit here in the airplane the entire time and monitor the flight. So that's why these videos take longer to produce, and sometimes there's gaps in between them, especially with long flights like this. But I mean, it's not really that long, but you can imagine the difference between if we did any kind of long haul flight. But anywho, we crossed over our descent, so let's go ahead and go to 10,000 feet. Initiate descent, and let's do it.
Check.
Head down to billet. Radar tilt.
Set below.
All right, we're starting to cross over Deal intersection now.
Transition altitude.
And we'll start our, you're starting to see it now. The whole thing down here, you're starting to see the barrel reference set. The approach lining out. 3005.
3005. Check.
Okay, they're just doing their barrel reference. But yeah, we cross over Deal, so we're gonna go here to Edgy, to Thane, to Megs, all the way out to Nays, and we'll turn around, and then we will be actually flying flying along the Potomac River and using it with just DME arc references to get to runway 19. So I'm looking forward to it. It's my very first time ever shooting this approach in the simulator. So if we do terrible and crash and burn, then you're gonna see it. So anywho, I'll update you guys probably when we get closer to Megs, or probably a little closer to Thing, because I'm going to be doing a weather check here really fast. So I'll let you know here in a second. All right, we're crossing over Edgy here, and we're getting closer to Thane. Just a quick weather update here. Winds are currently 190 at 8 knots, so that's directly down the runway that we want. Perfect for the visual 19 approach. 10 to 2 miles of visibility. We only need 3 to shoot it, so we're fine there. View at 3,500 is going to be where the clouds are, so we'll be under 3,000 feet. We'll be right underneath the cloud base that's needed. And this is the broken we're seeing here at 25,000 that we crossed through earlier. So those guys are down there, a little further to go. Altimeter 3002, so high pressure area. Looks like it ought to be a pretty nice approach into DCA today. All right, something cool really quick. You can see over here on the left, that is the airport down there, and that's the Potomac. And you got the Pentagon right there, and underneath these clouds, I don't know if you can see it, that's the that's where our capital is. That's the White House down there. It's underneath these clouds, but that's the Potomac River we're going to be following down through. So we just follow it and we cross over those bridges, and then at the last second there, before that last bridge, we make our right turn over the highway there, and we land on runway 19 right there. So really cool that you can see the whole approach as you get closer to it. As you can see it on the thing, but that's just not as good. So I think we're going to just continue on, probably out to Meg's, and then we'll probably get rid of the next intersection. Haven't decided yet.
Passing 10,000 feet.
Lights on.
On.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we start our descent, please make sure that your seat backs and tray tables are in their full upright position. Make sure that your seatbelt is securely fastened and that all carry-on luggage is stowed underneath your seat or in front of you to the overhead bin. Please turn off all electronic devices until we are safely parked at the gate. Thank you.
And approach checklist, please.
ECAM status.
Checked.
Sliding tables.
Stowed.
Stowed. Cabin signs.
Checked.
Nav accuracy.
Checked.
Baro reference.
Barrow reference set. Cross check. 3007.
3007. Check. Checklist complete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have just been cleared to land. Please make sure one last time that your seatbelt is securely fastened. Flight attendants are currently passing around the cabin to make a final compliance check and picking up any remaining notes.
All right, we hit our decel point here, and now we are looking right ahead of us. Right along there in front of us is the Potomac River, and doing the river visual. We'll just be flying the river, like I said, and starting at 3 miles.
Flaps 1.
We're at 13 miles currently. Flaps 1 set. Still coming on down. So we want to descend down to 900 feet. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to be taking the airplane manually here in a minute. Once we get to there. So DME looking like there's the 10R. So when we're at 10, we'll be at the American Legional, and then we'll just follow it in like so. So we're coming about just now, almost to 10, and then we're going to take over the airplane manually and fly it on into DCA. So it looks like on the arc we've got 3,000 feet there at 10 DME, and just about to happen there. And then we're going to be 643, so 1812.9 at 643. Okay, autopilot's coming off. I've got the airplane. Yeah, I know. Shut up and turn it off. We know what we're doing. And let's fly the visual. The River Viz. And, okay, keep on moving down the line here. The Potomac is a little skinnier than you would think, but then it opens up down there, and you can see those bridges. We want to cross over those bridges. nice and easy here. A little turn to the left. I'm using my side stick on the left-hand side here. We want to try to get our speed down here. Using the FADEX system. Flaps 2. Flaps 2.
Flaps 2.
That'll help us slow down quite considerably. Gear coming down.
Gear down.
And we want to get to VREF down there at about 142. That's where the flap setting is, I believe. Flaps 3. Flaps 3.
Flaps 3.
Flaps full.
Flaps full.
I probably shot that part of the approach incorrect. I didn't follow it actually around. Checklist, please.
Landing gear.
So sue me. It's my first time doing it.
Ground spoilers.
Here, we're coming up on our VREF now.
Auto brakes.
Medium.
Exterior lights.
R. Yeah, those are all
Go
on.
around altitude.
Got our power in. Set.
Landing memo.
Check. And just go nice and easy. Here's 1,000 feet. Up a little higher than this. You see now there's the White House to the left there, and that's the Washington Monument. Go easy there, and the Pentagon will be off there to our right. There we go. Yeah, like I said, my first time shooting this approach, so if I'm making mistakes, well, we'll learn. It's a simulator, so that's what it's for. All right, we get closer to the bridge. Looking good. Then we can start our turn over the bridge to the runway. And we got a stupid AI plane. Looks like it's taking off on the wrong way. That's what. It's one of the worst parts about the AI in this game. It's never correct compared to what the winds are doing. I mean, you can see the winds are 170 at 408 there. So we'll just ignore him. Man, side stick is just really interesting. Not bad though.
2 minimum.
Minimums. Landing. That nose up a little bit more.
100.
100 above.
50. 40. 30. 20.
Retard. There. Hard landing there. Figured it would happen. Reverse.
Reverse green.
Manual braking. There's our 70 knots. We'll exit right here. Oh, a little further down. And make it right.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived at our
Oh, look, we got an airplane coming right at us. That's amazing.
Entire crew, I would like to thank you for joining us.
I'm almost getting to the point now where I fly so when I fly realistically, I just want to turn off the AI. It's so ridiculous. He's going around though. For obvious reasons, because they're stupid. That or I need to use a different ATC program. Set off.
Engine mode selector.
Check. Normal.
Flaps.
Checked. Retracted.
TCAPS.
Checked. Standby.
Brake temperature.
Checked.
APU.
Is on.
Checklist complete.
Once again, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft is moved over.
And once again, I want to remind you guys that for some reason on that the default FS replay is not showing the speed brakes go up, but they do go up on the landing, so I don't know why they're not doing the replay. All right, here's our gate here. Wish I had better frame rates. I just can't seem to get around that. I'm gonna redo all my FSX config stuff. I don't think it's correct. Something's killing us every single time. Detailed airports. Alrighty, and we come to our stop here. And parking brake is set. Is the APU on yet? Yes, it is. Okay, excellent. We can kill these guys. Like so. Parking checklist.
Parking brake and shocks.
Shocks are set. Parking brake released.
Engine master.
Both are off.
Seat belt signs.
Set off.
Beacon lights.
Set off.
Exterior lights.
Set off.
Anti-ice.
Are off.
Fuel pumps.
Set off.
Checklist complete.
There you have it, guys. Welcome to DCA.